This is a Fox News alert. President Trump declassifying key FISA documents related to the Russia investigation. The president also authorizing the release of text messages from James Comey, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, and Bruce Ohr. The exact release date is not yet known, but Jesse, it sounds like we're going to get to read all those texts. My goodness, and even James Comey in there too.
Yeah, I'm going to have to put down fear and pick up the texts. So, I mean, this has been a long time coming, and people have been asking the president to do this for almost a year. And I'm glad he's doing it before the midterms because it is going to have a huge political impact. Right now, looks like the Democrats have a very good shot at retaking the House. If this all comes out and people can see that a lot of what's been going on in terms of surveillance and the special counsel was rigged from the jump and people were corrupt at the very highest levels when it came to political persecution and things that should never have been done. And I think people are going to take a very hard look at that and say, you know what? I'm able to discount a lot of the drama and a lot of the court filings and things like that and the investigations, and that's important for the American people to see.
How quickly do you think, Dana, the American people will be able to see it? Like, what's the process?
Well, because this like people have been asking, not just people, but like the Wall Street Journal editorial board, like, why don't we just release these documents? This has been going back for about a year. It could be that the Justice Department and the FBI and the White House are all comfortable with these being released momentarily, but it might take them a day or two just to figure out if they need any other sources to be dealt with. I also wonder if this is a sign that things are starting to wrap up, because now you have Manafort's plea, you have there's movement, and to me this feels like another way to try to wrap this up.
Greg, do you think the president knows or has any inkling what exactly is in there? I mean, I think we all are somewhat suspicious given what we have seen, but why is he doing this?
Well, I spoke to him this morning at length over at the omelet station at Applebee's, and he told me, we'll wait and see what happens. I can't say much else. My mic came up. But the one big story is the story that didn't happen, which is the collusion story. I mean, if you look at the book Fear, was there anything in there? But he couldn't find it. He tried. It was like the worst Easter egg hunt ever.
No, but he also defends President Trump in the book, and he did at the time too.
So I think this Page Strzok text revealed that there was no evidence of collusion at the time they handed the thing off to the special counsel.
Could this collusion investigation be the biggest scandal in the history of mankind?
I thought you were going to say witch hunt.
We're on the wild goose chase for 2 years. Everybody should be arrested, including Juan Williams. I'm pressing charges against that tie.
You don't like it?
I'm not sure I do.
No, you hurt my feelings. All right. But anyway, I think, like Dana was saying, could be wrapped up, also could be an indication of a flailing president, because people have been asking on the conservative side of the Trump team, right, saying, oh yeah, Devin Nunes has been the lead cheerleader for this, right, because he thinks it's going to embarrass somebody in the intelligence community. So I think the president was somewhat restrained in saying, hey, listen, we can't just throw a FISA warrant out there because FISA warrants are secret for a reason. But you don't want your enemies to know about your sources. But now after the Manafort flip, Manafort's going to apparently cooperate with Mueller. And then you have, in addition, I think it's now we're up to like 20-something people who have been either charged or pled guilty the charges brought by Robert Mueller.
No collusion.
I think that you have a president who is desperate.
I don't know. Don't you think
desperate
that the American
for the
people
truth?
Yeah, he's
desperate for transparency.
Oh yeah, he's a guy who's never told a lie. I think he set a record the other day.
Well,
who's counting?
The Washington
I'll tell
Post.
you, Juan, as a journalist,
credible.
I want to know what caused them to go get that FISA warrant. I mean, other than this dossier, which was funded by political operatives on the other side. I mean, Jesse, I think the American people want to know what really happened. By the way, we deserve to know. Whatever it is, we deserve to know.
Listen, if it comes out that the dossier made up 90% of this warrant application, and that's all they had, then that's a huge scandal. And if more text messages come out from Bruce Ohr and McCabe and Strzok and Page that show this thing started on the left with the Clinton team and then was funneled backdoor through the DOJ and into the FBI, and at the end of the day, they really had nothing hard to go on with any collusion, it looks like a huge hit piece against the Trump campaign, illegal hit piece, and then it looks like a big cover-up for the last year and a half.